at? Where are we at? Where the Stella is cold. We where the Stella is cold, and as you always know, that's where we at. Nice little bar I found. Doing my YouTube scrolling of where to go and where to be in Medellin. What do I think about Medellin? Well, it is an amazing city. I'm so relaxed here, but it's nice. I can't explain it. It's got this large enough feel that you're anonymous, you're ambiguous at the same time, but it can be very intimate, I can tell. I like that. I like that a lot. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Brooklyn. If you're thinking about coming here for your first time, if you're from New York, think about Brooklyn. And if you're a little bit anxious about coming here because of all the stories, I roll my eyes because that shit's overrated. And I have another thing I'm going to talk about why they're making up those stories. They're true, but they're definitely overblown. Is it avoidable? That's the question. Is it avoidable? I'm going to talk about that. But yeah, it's like Brooklyn to me. Medellin is like Brooklyn to me. And if you ever lived in New York City and you lived in Brooklyn, well, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like Brooklyn. And the funny thing is, the same shit that can happen here to you can definitely happen to you in Brooklyn. So it's nothing new. I could be in a dive bar in Brooklyn right now on Nordstrom Ave or wherever. Same shit can happen to you. If you wanna kind of get your feet wet before you come here, if you've never been out of the country before, if this is gonna be your first city coming out of the country, I would say go to Brooklyn, New York first. Get you an Airbnb in Brooklyn, somewhere around the Barclays Center, somewhere really gentrified as fuck in Brooklyn. Start there. Spend like 2 weeks in Brooklyn. You'll be okay. Go to Brooklyn, New York. You'll be okay. Somewhere near Spike Lee's neighborhood. But definitely around the Barclays, and you'll be okay. The Navy Yards, Park Slope. I want to say Park Slope is a really good place in Brooklyn, and you'll be okay. Then you come to Medellin, and it won't be a shock to your system. You'll be like, oh my God, this is simple. I wish I would have started here because I'm so exhausted from partying and running through Colombia for the last 5 months. I'm so exhausted. I really have no energy left. I don't have no energy left. I've really just been chilling in the Airbnb, doing some work. I ain't even do any work today that much. I didn't really take advantage of the remote work culture here. And it has a huge remote work culture. I mean, huge. And that's a plus. They got a big ass WeWork building down the block. But I saw that also in Barranquilla. Barranquilla had a big ass WeWork building too. So, but I would say, in my opinion, you definitely want to start here first. Then you want to go to Barranquilla and recuperate. Then the last place you want to go is Cartagena, and you really just need to spend like 2 days there, maybe 3 at the most. So you can spend all your time here. It's definitely a lot more to do. And I have to pace myself because it's so overwhelming. Like, I'm about to go out and it's a Monday, and I'm telling you, the streets are live. It's packed with people on a Monday. And like Cartagena only really has like 3 or 4 bars, 5 bars, I think, in the walled city. And it's the same thing. It's the same circle. But here, it's like bars all over the place. I haven't even gone to the other side. I'm going to try to go to Berlin tomorrow, and another part called Laurels, and this other mall. So I got 3 locations I'm going to try to go to tomorrow because I've only been sweating El Poblado, but I haven't really been out much. I'm kind of ready to leave Colombia. You know, I'm ready to go to my next country. I don't know. 6 months is a long time. This is definitely the first country I've stayed in the longest. Not 6 months, 5 months. This is definitely the first country I've stayed in the longest. So I'm proud of that accomplishment. With no smoke and no problem. So Colombia been good to me, B. I've been eating here. So, all right. That's my first visitor my first timer impression of Medellin. It's like Brooklyn. And as they say in Brooklyn, don't believe the hype.